Hi, it's Ileana, and today I am going to be discussing how I got to remote view the Council of Nine and how I had some very pleasant and interesting experiences meeting the Council of Nine over the last couple of days. So we're in a phase right now of planetary things where there's Mercury retrograde, where there's things happening. So things are moving, things are shifting and transforming. So for me, I've had a few weird experiences that have happened, that it's nothing that I created or I did. It's just circumstances in life, like a lot of things just happening in life. So I just felt like I need spiritual guidance, like I need spiritual help, soul wisdom, learning and teaching. And I just connected to the ninth dimension of the Council of Nine, because they go up from ninth dimension all the way to 24th and higher. So they're high vibrational frequency beings that they don't have corporeal physical form. They're pure energy beings. They're light beings, but they can take on physical form in order to help us when we travel to their dimension. So I got to meet a very beautiful Council of Nine being called Saleya. She is actually 12th dimensional. And for me, she came down to the ninth dimension because right now, I can oscillate and resonate with the ninth dimension of the Council of Nine. This is where I'm at in my stage of evolution, that I could reach the ninth dimension to go to the Council of Nine, but there's higher dimensions, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, and it goes up. So it really is quite interesting, the dimensionalities and where the soul can go and who the soul can meet. So for me, it was the Council of Nine, and it was a very beautiful experience because I got a lot of soul wisdom, reflections, where my life is, what's going on, and I learned some lessons for grounding, for my anchoring and grounding that I really need right now. I needed help with that because I'm a healer and I'm a psychic, so I'm pretty good at that stuff myself, grounding myself and anchoring. But sometimes we all need a little help with that, and we all need compassion and understanding. So being in the healing energies of the crystalline pyramids with these beautiful oscillating crystals on the ninth dimension of the Council of Nine, this is where I first ended up going for the healing process, the emotional and physical healing. Then I went to the City of Light, and where I saw these beautiful colors, these beautiful energies. And I just received so much wisdom teaching and so much aura healing from that. It was amazing because I saw all the colors of the rainbow in the City of Light. I saw pure light healing and received it and was in it. It was amazing. And in terms of the remote viewing, this information comes directly from the Council of Nine, from the ninth dimension. This is nothing you'll find on the internet. This is nothing that's available on that. This is purely from the remote viewing. It comes from the remote viewing that I did, and that came before meeting the Council of Nine, because the experiences are even different. So it's really different connections, because when I'm remote viewing something, the information purely comes in. When I'm participating in something with someone like Saleya, and the aspects of the ninth dimension that appeared to me as in the Council of Nine, is they can appear on different dimensions to us, to teach us, to share information and knowledge and wisdom with us. So for me, it was on the 9th dimension. For somebody, it could be the 10th, 11th, or higher, or the 9th. So it really depends on what frequency you're oscillating at and what you're ready to explore in your soul wisdom, in your soul creation, inspiration. I got a lot of healing, and I got a lot of emotional grounding, anchoring, and balancing, because that's what I needed this time. And I went in several times. So I met Saleha about 3 different times over the weekend. And again, I did a lot of soul reflection and a lot of soul searching and soul learning by what I saw in the Council of 9 and where I went. So I'm going to be sharing that information today with everyone. Visiting the Council of 9 and remote viewing what is there. The Council of 9 are beings that range from the 9th dimension going up to the 24th dimension or higher in their existences. So they go up from the 9th dimension up to the 24th dimension and higher. These beings exist beyond having physical bodies, as there are light beings who can take on any types of physical forms in order to present themselves to whoever is spiritually attuned to be able to reach the 9th realms of existence or higher in order to be able to access the dimensional frequencies of where the Council of 9 exist. To the Council of 9, it is easy to create physical bodies, and they can appear as anyone or anything that was ever made in all creation. So physical form is not how they really look like, as they are pure energy in their true states of existences. This particular Council of 9 was created by the pure light beings in order to protect the first known universe that we live in from being invaded by the blue-skinned and winged 10-foot-tall Anunnaki race, which would have converted all the planets in the Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy into having atmospheres that have very low gravity that is suited more towards winged beings than denser gravity for surface walkers like us, for example, who are the current forms of humanoids on Earth, Mars, and other inhabited planets. The Council of 9 consists of many of the first guardian races that had helped to create all the known universes, and then these guardian races had evolved on the vibrational scale beyond having human bodies, so their energetic frequencies were oscillating at the 9th dimensions and higher. So in those dimensions, beings no longer need the corporeal physical forms in order to exist, so they are pure light beings. So imagine the rainbow body, that concept, and beyond, even beyond the rainbow body. Imagine being able to have physical form and also be pure light beings and to dissolve the physical form. So it's very interesting that they can do that. While remote viewing the Council of 9, I interfaced with an energetic being who called herself Saleha. She told me that she was a 12th dimensional being, and she showed me different concepts. So she had showed me different concepts of the wisdom teachings that I have been exploring and learning about. The beings on the Council of 9 are teachers of energetics, frequencies, vibrations, esoteric wisdom. So they teach esoteric wisdom as well, spirituality, evolution, ascension, and they will reflect back to the soul keys that visit them, the importance of the life lessons and journeys that we are on and have already learned. So there's reflections. You get reflected back what you need to learn the most, what you need to experience with them. And look back at lessons that have been learned as well to see what's important for you to explore while visiting with them. This can help us with our soul evolution and to figure out what is happening in our human lifetimes in terms of things that we can work on improving, changing for the better, or putting more focus on what we should be exploring in our lives so that we can achieve a higher understanding for our life missions and purposes in whatever realities that we inhabit. Whoever visits the Council of Nine will have their own unique and inspirational experiences with the beings that they will meet there. These experiences are supposed to help you to advance on your life journeys so that you can be the best version of yourself on your evolutionary path to self-discovery. And this is for the highest good of what you're ready and willing to experience in soul evolution. That's what the Council of Nine helps us with. Saleya showed me that there are also many other councils that go even higher in dimensional aspects than the Council of Nine. So these other councils have their own taskings that they do depending on which dimensions and worlds that they are taking care of. When I was telepathically talking with Saleya, she had shown me things and concepts of images and visuals for me to see what was important in my life to continue to explore for my teaching journeys while I was visiting the Council of Nine and beyond, of course, when I come back into the human realm, because these teachings continue. The lessons I learn, I process them, I consider them, and I learn from them. So this is something that she showed me, Saleya. She showed me a lot about universal creation and elements of different types of existences. So this is what that particular topic or theme looked like while I was with Saleya. This is what she showed me. So how the universe was created, the different elements that go into creation of the universe, the crystalline elements, the water, the air, the sun, the moon, how these things were created, how even stardust was created, how black matter was created, how everything came into being. And when one thing is created, then something else creates something else. As well, if beings create one set of species, then other species are created to seed life. So something always creates something else. It doesn't just magically appear out of nowhere. There's source energy that creates life, and then that life creates more life as it evolves. So it's a continuing cycle of creation. Creation never ends. So that's something that Saleya and I discussed, and she showed me. I was shown universal creation and how all the elements of existence are taken and filled with light and crystalline essences in order to expand the building blocks of the universes and also to create the new dimensions of realities. As well, I was given the message that even though I like to speed up time in my 3D reality, sometimes I need to have more patience in solving problems, as it takes longer in the 3D world to find solutions, as opposed to in the higher dimensions, where things are run on pure energy and not specific physicalities. So things manifest with solutions much faster in those higher dimensions. So there is quick resolution to issues instead of sometimes having to wait for something to be resolved, like often happens in our 3D world. It's a denser dimension, so things are slower. And I understand that. I do, but sometimes I wish things would go faster just to resolve things so you don't feel the negative vibrations of that types of emotions or feelings, whatever you're going through. I wish for positive manifestation and positive resolution. So this is something that I was able to explore: positive resolution and positive manifestation. I know how to manifest things, is just, I was feeling layers of some frustration, and the things were progressing way too slow. So we talked it out, literally felt the energies and vibrations of my frustration and how to release that and let that go. You can call it a form of energetic meditation to release frustration. That's something that Soleil and I spent some time doing together. It was beautiful. And we also looked at what is important for me to work with in my current human lifetime. So this image came to mind of soul evolution, of soul growth. And what does that mean to me? So this is what we explored. As I was visiting the Council of Nine, I learned that they can energetically create any types of environments that look real to the person that they are interacting with. So it looks very real because energetically it is. What they create is very much real and physical to interact with us. I was shown that it is important for me to continue to work with sacred geometry, DNA upgrades, and to focus on my healing modalities, as I need to put emphasis on self-care and to be balanced emotionally, so that I am more healthy in the physical 3D world. I felt that I was connecting with Soleil's 12th dimensional energies to really look within myself and to see what I need to continue to work on in my life in order to keep being balanced, grounded, and anchored in my physical existence. I am used to manifesting everything quickly in my world and having access to anything that I want at the time that I would like it to be there. However, some things take time to figure out, so I will continue to work on my patience in being the diplomatic person that I am, as this diplomacy, as well as being kind and compassionate and respectful, is what works to fix issues or problems in the 3D world in our realities. Getting angry and defensive does not help to get things resolved. So I practice moderation and patience with myself in order to not act out my chaotic energies during the times when I want to do something that I think might solve an issue quicker, but in reality, it would only add roadblocks and conflict to getting things done in a respectful but firm manner for diplomacy resolution for whatever is going on that needs fixing in 3D reality. I choose to not look at myself as a victim who's being attacked by things. I choose not to create conflict and not to engage in conflict. I choose to peacefully figure out what's going on and why things happen in this 3D world, to figure out what the peaceful diplomatic solution would be for that. So I don't want to be gathering karma. I don't want to have frustration. So meeting Soleil really reminded me that in the 3D world, it's very important to stay calm, grounded, and emotionally balanced. Even if you're going through something traumatic, frustrating, distressful, not to engage in the middle of the energy of the issue, not to put yourself in the middle of it personally, because it's not personal. Things happen, awful things happen in 3D reality. I've learned that that's a fact of life, and how you handle that and how you approach dealing with it is very important. If you're over emotional, if you're distraught, if you're frustrated and angry, that only adds layers to the issues. It doesn't resolve the fact that this is happening. So positive resolution is important without creating more conflict to add to the situation. Just walking around the problem, not through the problem. Finding a solution to end the problem as quickly as you can, but not risk your emotional health. sometimes things are out of our control when we're solving problems, because we're not the ones that created the problem, but we're trying to figure out a solution to how to fix it. And we need to interact with each other to find out what's going on. What's the solution? What's the key to solving a mystery? So this is what I explored with Saleha as well. And this is what Saleha looks like. She's a very beautiful, energetic being. I felt so much love, kindness, and compassion from her when I met her. It was so beautiful and kind. She was so sweet and kind to me. I just felt so much love from her, respect, and again, kindness. Because I don't want to play the victim, and I don't want to put blame in an end game. That's not what I'm here to do. And she reminded me not to be a victim and not to put blame on anyone or anything in 3D reality. If something's happened in my life, even if it's wrong or weird, to take responsibility for it. Even if I didn't create the situation, but I'm put in the situation to resolve it because it has something to do with me, then I need to do it in a loving, kind, compassionate way towards myself and others who are involved with figuring out what's happening and why, to resolve it peacefully and diplomatically. So this is what she taught me to respect more and better. Conflict does not resolve itself with more conflict. It resolves itself, so this type of stuff will resolve itself with figuring out what the truth is, figuring out what the wise solutions are to resolving the conflict. You don't add more gas to the fire. You don't add more gasoline. You extinguish it. Sometimes you don't extinguish fires with water. There's other means of extinguishing fires, because not all fires are alike. Sometimes if you pour water on a fire, it just becomes bigger and badder. So there's different ways and techniques of problem solving. As long as you're calm and you don't engage the eye of the storm, you can put out the storm peacefully by having just pure positive energy to counteract the negative polarity that's going on in the situation. Not all situations are super negative. They might be annoying and irritating, and some might be heavy and big. So stay calm, stay positive, stay centered and grounded. Don't let anything get to you, because when you expend emotional energy, it can drain you. So these 3D human things are not worth expending our energy on them. Yes, it's annoying and frustrating, but anything can be worked out, fixed. Anything in 3D, almost anything can be fixed and a solution can be found. And to undo something that could have been done, there's ways of manifesting reversals or creating positive manifestation. And Saleha reminded me of that. I was not in the best shape to really work through everything that was happening to me in layers. So she really helped me with these concepts to understand the energies and the frequencies and to work through it. When I had met Saleha, she had greenish blue skin, white blue hair, purple colored eyes, and there was this energetic purple halo around her head, and I could see spheres of light emanating from her body. She was about 9 feet tall. Her body looked like she was floating, and I could tell that she was semi-corporeal when she appeared to me, as her light body essence was glowing around her. She showed me several vibrations of Earth's future for the event horizon and how new Earth would look like from a 5D perspective. The sequences of the future events looked like they would take place in several phases of the changes that are supposed to happen on our planet. And it would be in phases of 10 to 20 years for the beginning transitional and the transformational steps that will start to take Earth back to its organic forms. These transformational changes are going to last for about 50 years. And then once the 100-year cycles reaches its peak, this is the final event horizon into the 5D reality. So everything happens in cycles, or a cycle. And we're almost coming on the transformational phases of creation to begin these cycles. So patience is important as we transition and transform into more organic states of our existences, without pollution, without greed, without strife, without pain, letting go of financial burdens, letting go of karmic burdens, and basically living more organic lives with gardening, with building better structures that are not skyscrapers, that are not made of so much metal, so much materials that come from the earth, that we're not dependent on stripping the earth for building and living materials anymore. So this is what transformation will look like. It's a start. So this is the darkness cycling back into a balance of 50% light and 50% darkness in order to anchor everything in Earth's duality to its positive timelines. Right now, we are in 70% darkness and 30% light. So that needs to change back to its equivalent ratios in order to reach the 5D realities of complete balance between light and dark. Because lightness balances the darkness and the darkness balances the light. It's like the yin-yang equation and soul polarities. So this is what the Council of Nine symbol looks like to exit Earth. So this is the symbol I connected with of the concentric circles, the circles of life, the triangle, the infinity and beyond, to go beyond the Earth sphere, to go beyond the Earth realm, to go beyond the 3D dimension, to start traveling to the higher dimensions and leave the Earth, leave the solar system, leave the galaxy, and go to the 9th dimension of the Council of Nine. And these are some of the sphere keys that I saw to enter the 9th dimensional realm, where I would meet the Council of Nine. While visiting with the Council of Nine, I was shown the sacred key seals that activate the 9th realm entrances, where the beings from the council will meet with the light keys and the soul keys, who come to the council to learn their lessons of wisdom, spiritual growth, and soul evolution. For me, visiting the Council of Nine felt like going to the light school and connecting with the eternal cycle of life seal, which symbolizes eternity and infinity. This was the 9th dimensional key seal, which allowed me to have access to the Council of Nine for my spiritual and soul growth exploration with Ileana. And I saw these beautiful triangular pyramids with portals, and it was part of one of my past lives. This happened before I went into the city of light. This is what I saw. Ileana had shown me my connections with my past life in Egypt as the priest and architect Calypso, and that he not only had helped to build the Giza pyramids with the Sphinx, he was also utilizing portal energies in order to travel to different parts of Earth's sacred sites that were also building the pyramids. So he got to see Peru, Australia, and even parts of Antarctica, where there are sacred pyramids and spheres that were built by the people of the light who were connected to sacred geometry and building structures that can energetically power the ley lines as well as advance human soul evolution. And Calypso had also built the Egyptian Akashic Hall of Records. So, or as it's called right now, the Egyptian Hall of Records. That's a little bit further down from the Sphinx in the tunnel systems under the pyramids in Giza. So he was participating in that. And that's the Atlantean Hall of Records, because the Egyptians were deeply connected to the Atlanteans. At one point, they were the Atlanteans. So they're their descendants, if you will. I was also shown that I had been a galactic diplomat and a star traveler in my various past lives. So I needed to release my latest anger and frustration about 3D things not working in my life, that those energies were hindering my success, and that I should concentrate on positive manifestation to resolve my problems instead of being angry or bitter about it, and that I should not blame anyone for what was happening, which was putting me into a victim mentality temporarily. I am not a victim, therefore I do not need to be helpless about normal Earth 3D problems that can be resolved with patience and diplomatic communication. As well, it was reflecting back to me that even though I have the soul of a warrior, my diplomacy skills are what is needed to navigate the 3D world and not go forth conquering my issues with demanding outcomes. I am practicing on staying calm, relaxed, and grounded so that human 3D problems do not impact my positive vibrations in a dark energetic frequency, as I do not want my anger to make me bitter or nasty. So I don't want to be bitter or nasty because of human life issues. This is not the frequencies that I want to embody in my current lifetime. So this was the Crystalline Healing Pyramids, this beautiful, huge crystal oscillating in the middle of them. That's where I got to go for the healing portion, especially emotional healing, on my first visit with the Council of Nine in Salea. So that's what the pyramids, the crystalline essences in the pyramids look like. And it was very much an energetic frequency and even a little bit of a physical reality. Because again, the Council of Nine can create any environment for you to participate in and to experience your soul lessons and soul growth evolution. When I went to meet with the Council of Nine, I was transported to a very peaceful ninth dimension where I felt that all my human 3D issues were being released, and I was receiving crystalline prism healing from the blue silver energy crystalline pyramids in order to let go of all my recent anger and frustrations as I was dealing with trying to remove a psychopath from my life who was very demanding and manipulative. I was working through resolving financial issues and also trying to figure out potential home repairs. As I arrived in the ninth dimension at the Council of Nine, the first thing that I saw were the silver blue pyramids with the large white blue crystal in the center. And these are crystalline pyramids, like crystals, pure crystal energy, crystals as well. I knew immediately that I wanted to release all the negative aspects of the anger and the frustrations as I was starting to have a hard time sleeping at night, processing on my own how to deal with human 3D things that I normally can work through quickly. But when there is too much issues and layers of negative energy happening all at once, it's good to connect with healing modalities to cleanse the negativity from the soul and the body, which going inside the crystalline pyramids helped me to do, as the energies of the main crystal that was oscillating with the blue frequencies and the crystalline essences released all my anger and frustration from my auric fields, meridians, chakras, soul fields, My divine blueprint was realigned back into balance, and also healing my physical body. And this is the energetic frequencies that I saw all around me, of these rainbow colors, like the rainbow body, but even oscillating at a higher frequency than the rainbow body, of pure light, of pure healing. This is what the Council of Nine and Saleya showed me when I was there. How pure the light body is, how peaceful it is, how healing it is to be in these energies, that you are being healed on all aspects of reality, emotions, soul blueprint, physicality. Everything that the soul is being healed as a whole and rejuvenated. It felt very peaceful, calming, relaxing, and beautiful. These are some of the best experiences that I've had, because I've never before connected to the Council of Nine. I didn't really know what it was. As I was being healed inside the crystalline pyramids, I felt all the colors of the prismatic frequencies working on my soul and body to facilitate a complete healing and realigning of my emotions, releasing the anger, frustration, stress, and tiredness, as well as helping me to manifest the higher dimensional frequencies to clear everything from the human 3D reality issues, so they would no longer linger in the 3D world when I came back from my visits with the Council of Nine. After the healing in the crystalline pyramids was completed, I met with Saleya to discuss the purpose of the Council of Nine and why it had been created, what it currently does, and what I wanted to explore of my soul journey, as well what I wanted to work on to improve in my current human lifetime, what the reflections would be that I would see from the 9th dimension of the Council of Nine to continue on with my inspiration and creativity in the 3D work and in the 3D world to live in my happiness. Looking at these reflections of wanting to continue to work with the sacred geometry tools, write experience-based books, create beautiful artwork, teach spirituality and wisdom courses, and do my disclosure work was all seen in the reflections of the 9th dimension. Having the experience with the Council of Nine, where I could reflect on my soul evolution and where I'm going in my happiness, helped me to become more balanced and to be grounded in my current life. So on the left is the frequencies of the Council of Nine, the healing vibrations, the crystalline oscillations and essences of the healings. And it was all the colors of the rainbow, going beyond the rainbow body. That's what the left image represents. And the right image represents the city of light where I had visited. And again, so many crystalline frequencies there. It's so beautiful. It was such healing, experiencing going inside it and learning the reflections of my soul, divine creation, who I am, who I was, and who I will be. That was all part of the experiences that I saw in the city of light. After exiting the crystalline pyramids, I got to visit a 9th dimensional city of light with Saleya. This crystalline city had download codes for me in order to tune my soul frequencies to vibrate with the 9th dimension so that I can connect to its healing energies in order to visit the Council of Nine again on my spiritual and soul growth evolutionary journeys in this lifetime. So this was, again, the download codes on the left that I received of the 9th dimensional frequencies and going higher in the dimensions for being able to visit the Council of Nine in the future, the city of light, the crystalline pyramids for healing and soul growth and evolution, and to learn about ascension if I would like. And this is a beautiful image that I saw while I was in the City of Light. So this is the path of consciousness model, the diagram. The path of consciousness diagram is what I saw that was shown by the 9th dimensional City of Light in the Council of 9. The path of consciousness diagram brings all infinity together and shows us that the eternal soul is ever growing and ever learning and everlasting in its soul divine journeys. Our journeys always continue, they never end. They're beautiful, they're such beautiful explorations of what we are as soul divine beings, of creator beings. We can manifest and create anything we want in our realities. We can see the energies of the manifestations and we can create them as above, so below, from energy to physicality. So this is what this diagram reminded me about, what we can do as creator beings. And then I saw some of the other symbols and frequencies that the Council of 9 is connected to. This is connected to soul divinity. As soul divinity is eternal, and we travel the path of wisdom in unity and infinite freedom on our life journeys in creation and beyond. There's no ending. There is creation of life, some beginning. I wouldn't say there's even middles and ends. It's continuing. It's infinite. This is what I learned in the City of Light while visiting the Council of 9 with these symbols: the moon, the sun, creation, infinity, the light, and the spectrums of the connecting ley lines of the light and light creation. The moon, the sun, and the stars, it's all created on different planets, and something else creates something else. And the journeys go on and continue. Life creation. It's so beautiful. And then after that experience was over, I got to go back with Ileana to the main portion of the Council of 9. And that was just pure energy. And she showed me, I asked her, who were those Anunnaki beings that wanted to create the lower atmospheric densities for their own purposes of flight and not have surface walkers? And she showed me that this is what these beings look like. They have blue skin, long, dark blue wings, large wingspans. They're very tall. This is what the males look like. And this is what the females look like. And these Anunnaki can use dark magic to create things that are not balanced in realities. And that's what the Council of 9 was created to counteract, so they couldn't release their dark magics on our known universe. They came into being, the Council of 9, to stop that from ever happening, so these Anunnakis could not enter our physical realities to do what they wanted to do with the planets in the Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy. I was shown by the Council of 9 that these were the blue-skinned and winged Anunnaki that the Council was created to protect our known universe from, so that these Anunnaki would not terraform living planets with low gravities made only for winged beings and not the surface walkers. Those of us that walk were the surface walkers, and there's the winged ones that can fly. And this is the last experience that I had with Soleil and the Council of 9, my third one. This is more about my soul reflection. and what's going on. This is what that image represents. By connecting with the Council of Nine, I got to see the universal wisdoms for the circle of life diagram, and that is what the circle of life represents to me. A beautiful woman in blue, connecting with the planets, the frequencies, the energies, and balancing herself. So by connecting with the Council of Nine, I got to see the universal wisdoms for the circle of life diagram, which shows infinite possibilities, wise choices, and various opportunities that when explored in depth, then they will not be missed. My lesson was that learning from past experiences helps to be able to better navigate your way in life. Soul creation explores life challenges and incarnation cycles to see what the human expression begins to understand about itself and its infinite wisdom of life comprehension and life expansion. Learning to follow the path of wisdom and divine timing with patience and the ability to interpret what is happening in our lives and realities can give more clarity to why we are having these experiences, what we came to understand on Earth or other planets within the realms of physical and corporeal incarnations of our divine existence. Focus brings in the inner soul wisdom by taking the time to understand what we are dealing with. So it's important to take the time to understand what we are dealing with in life and how to navigate it with success in the human 3D reality. Because we are living in 3D reality, and also we're accessing the higher realms and getting used to going up and down in vibrations and oscillations from 3D to 4D, 5D, and up and back to 3D, because we oscillate at these frequencies. One of the lessons that I learned in the City of Light while visiting the Council of Nine was to slow down and assess my life situations and not to assume anything, not to make quick judgments or conclusions about something until knowing all the facts, and to explore all my options before making any final decisions that I consider doing, as there could be consequences that could be not the most positive outcomes for the choices that I would be making if I made my choices in haste and hurry. So slowing down was helping me to calm down and relax. So at times it is good to go in with caution before doing something that can have irrevocable consequences. Most things in the 3D world can be fixed and undone in life choices, but some things cannot be changed once they have been made. That's why there's rules and laws for time travel. Some things you should not undo because they're not meant to be changed in the timelines once something has been done, but other smaller things can be undone and changed if it's for the positive way of doing something in life. If it's for the positive change that's supposed to happen, then it can happen in time travel. But if you have negative intent of changing something good, you're not going to be able to change it through time travel because it's against the laws of the universe. I am learning how to navigate going through such soul wisdom teachings while living here on Earth, understanding that some things are not to be hurried, not to be managed or micromanaged, but to solve in peaceful harmony, to slow down, assess what's going on, and solve it peacefully without stress or hardship. I am learning many things as I go along with my life experiences, and I am discovering that it is okay to not always know everything or to have the answers to what we think we need to know. As you discover what you're supposed to know, as you progress on your life journeys, wisdom comes from learning and understanding what you experienced and what you were part of. The info flows, so it goes in the circle of life. I have learned to not sit in judgment of others, Be open-minded to others' differences. Try my best to not take my frustrations or anger out on other people that have nothing to do with what is happening around me, and to practice patience so things do not get out of control with lack of impulse caution. Some of the important things that I came back with from the Council of Nine was not to act irrationally, out of fear if something goes wrong. There are always proactive solutions for resolving issues. It just takes time and patience to figure it out amicably. I need to think things through a bit more before making decisions that you cannot take back once done. Also, to not act out of anger or frustration when needing to do something. And I said to myself, do not act out of anger or frustration when needing to do something. I reminded myself of that, how important it is. Slow down to process what you are considering to do so you do not make unnecessary mistakes in life with your actions of the choices that you create for yourself, as what we do does impact others around us with the final choices that we make. During my visits with the Council of Nine, they taught me that gifts of wisdom are coming from the soul field vibration, from our soul divine. This is our soul divine. We are the divine souls, where this comes from. The soul divine field vibration. So it is important to honor the wisdom that we learn from our various experiences, so the lessons become positive, and that we do not repeat the negative cycles of karma in our lives. I was shown that when someone experiences the negative polarity, that in anger we make haste and can act out impulsively. So we can act out impulsively. But in wisdom, we ponder things responsibly with rational thought, a calm mind, and so we can thereby make wise decisions without burning any bridges with those people or life situations that we are interacting with in order to solve things in the 3D reality or from a human perspective. So by being calm, grounded, you help yourself to not be stressed out, to not create more drama and fear out of something that does not need to be drama and fear. That's part of human reality. That's part of the 3D experience. And like everybody else, I try to navigate it with grace and wisdom, and to learn from my life experiences, to not repeat the same mistakes from the past. Sometimes mistakes can happen. Yes, we're human. But I try to learn as much as I can so I don't repeat the same things over and over again, because my soul journey is about learning and soul growth, and to embrace soul expansion and soul growth. So this is what I wanted to share today. So thank you so much, and namaste.